What's up, guys? Tackle Warehouse First Look here, ICAST 2023. Here in my favorite booth, the ARC booth, with the man, Randall Tharp. You know, you came with a rod a few years ago. Now I've kind of evolved to the new generation of rods. We got Gen 2 Randall Tharp series, correct?
You know, that's right. The Tharp series is the best-selling rod in the ARC lineup. We've actually been making that rod close to 5 years now. So changing the best-selling rod, I've been pushing for it for a while.
Yeah.
But if I didn't think we could make it better, we wouldn't have. So don't get concerned. The same blanks, same action, but we shaved weight everywhere we could. Wow. So we got a brand new reel seat that we designed. We saved 30% there. We changed the grips just a little bit, saved some there. And we got brand new Fuji guides on this one, so we saved a little bit of weight there. So in addition to those changes, which makes every action, it's lighter, faster, and stronger. In addition to that, we added 4 models. So now there was 12, now we got 16. I added a jerkbait rod. I added 2 softer composite rods for cranking. And then I added 1 meat stick, which is a 7.4 mag heavy to throw a frog on top of matted vegetation. So
is that the one I got here? That's Super Duty?
That's the Super Duty.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of them. You can see we changed the graphics on them as well. You know, my name and stuff is a lot different color. Changed the wraps up, but still kind of looks the same. A lot of the parts are the same. But with a fresh new look, new components, and a little bit lighter weight.
They are super lightweight, super clean looking rods too. Like I like the whole, I don't know, it's a very clean looking rod, pretty rod. I really like that feel through grip on the bottom there on the reel seat. And then it also comes in contact with the reel too. So in theory, I guess that'll translate from the rod to the reel into your hand. A little more sensitive, feel every bite. And I mean, again, feels good, but I'm impressed by the looks.
Yeah, and dude, it's at a great price point where people can afford it. And everything I use, no matter if I'm in South Florida or Canada or wherever I'm fishing, you can find the right rod in the Tharp lineup.
If you're looking to get a great new rod, make sure to check out the new Tharp series from ARC, available for pre-order right now on Tackle Warehouse. All right, up next in the ARC booth, a few new rods and an upgraded version of the old Invoker Pro, the new Invoker Tour series. Walk us through the new lineup.
Yeah, man, the Invoker Pro is probably one of our best sellers. You know, this is a rod that retails at $159.99. But basically, we've taken that great rod and kind of revamped it a little bit with some cosmetic stuff. This whole entire rod is going to be probably 15% lighter overall. And basically how we've done that is we've got a new and upgraded thinner reel seat that you can tell, you know, it's almost basically the width of the blank of the rod under where your hand's going to be. Brand new state-of-the-art Fuji guides, different handles. We've kind of slimmed down the handles a little bit. It's going to fit your hand a little bit better. But basically just shaving some weight off all these cosmetic things is what's made this rod just a new revamped series for sure. But definitely one of our best sellers.
There's a particular action or rod that's your favorite out of the whole group?
Absolutely. We have a 7.3 mag medium heavy that's kind of like a do everything. Like you can throw a popping frog on it, you know, throw a spinner bait, throw a jig, flip a jig, something. It's kind of just a one. If that was the one rod I was going to buy, it would have to be that one.
Very cool. We're a very high quality rod, but at a great price. $159?
Yes, sir. $159.
All right, go pick them up pretty soon here on TackleWarehouse.com. All right, one more. The lights are off. ICAST is kicking us out. We got one more we got to talk about. The new Lancer Tour upgraded rods. Walk us through the new rods.
So the new Lancer Tour rods, you know, in typical ARC fashion, you constantly have to advance in the fishing industry.
Sure.
So what we did, we reduced this rod by 10 to 20% in weight. So it's a lighter rod.
Okay.
We've got the new updated reel seat. You know, it's more contact to the blank, more sensitivity. It's just basically an overall sleeker rod. The Lancer's, you know, an economical rod. It's a lower price point rod. This one's like $109.
Okay, wow.
So it's a tournament class rod that with all the features of a high-end rod.
Yeah.
You know, you got a reduced weight and you got a lighter reel seat and great sensitivity with this new improved reel seat.
And this is like the same reel seat you kind of carry across the whole line of new rods, right? I mean, it's that,
correct.
That same, again, that a lot of exposed blank down here, so you get your hands on there, get tons of transmission from the rod to your hand, really feel all those bites. And I really like, and also like that smaller kind of reel grip down there. I like that little trigger down there.
Yeah, that's the whole point. When you reduce some of the plastic, the unnecessary weight, you get more sensitivity and more. Your reel's going to sit in your hand better. Everything's going to fit better with this smaller reel seat.
If you had to pick one rod out of this lineup, what would be your favorite?
Now, I've got to go with my Cobb series.
Okay, yeah.
You can not like the Cobb series, but those rods are tailored to, everything I like to do. They're tailored to that. Every rod in the ARC series is awesome. I've just got mine tailored to my specific style of fishing, but the Lancer, the Invoker, every rod has its time and place.
Very cool. We're a high quality rod at a great price. Make sure to check out the new Lancer Tour Series rods available soon on Tackle Warehouse. All right, moving on from the rods, now we got a jig and you might be doing a little bit for throwing a jig here and there. I mean, you are, I don't know if the man, but you probably are the man for throwing the jig. Who else can beat you on throwing a jig around tour? Definitely not Lintner.
Lintner would probably have something to say about that. But,
be incorrect.
I think I've proven time and time again where I can prove myself in that argument amongst most people. But actually, I've been making jigs a long time.
Yeah.
I've been fishing for a living a long time. Prior to that, I still handmade my own jigs. I've designed a lot of jigs for various companies through the years. I've designed some good ones, and trust me, there are a lot of great jigs out there right now. But I think we were always limited by one thing, and that one thing was the hook.
Okay.
So here at ARC, I really feel like I built the perfect jig hook that's in this jig. So what we have is a 30-degree bend, inline O'Shaughnessy bend hook. So the O'Shaughnessy bend is unique. I've never seen one in any kind of jig before. And you can see this is just a raw hook with a super slick coating. So it's not black nickel, it's not a gold hook. This is what I feel is the perfect jig hook. And that's what makes it special. Some other features you see on here is I got a wire keeper and it's on top of the hook shank. So if you don't thread something on there, like I use a Zoom Big Salty chunk a lot of the times and I hang it on the back, this isn't gonna hang cover. Anything hanging off the bottom of this hook shank is gonna hang cover. So that's gonna make this jig penetrate cover better. Another thing you'll notice, by not having any lead back here, that puts more of the weight towards the front of the jig. So that's gonna make this jig fall vertical. I want it to fall straight down. I don't want it gliding, I want it to fall straight down. And all of those are little things that I thought about when I designed this. You got a pretty, I would call this a medium to heavy weed guard in this thing, and it slides through cover unlike anything I've ever seen. But that's it. It's gonna come in a variety of colors. Your staples, your green pumpkins, your black and blues. You got a shad spawn color
That's
here.
That's a really cool color. I like that. When you flip it around, you can see that kind of that iridescent blue. And that little touch like that really get me excited.
Yeah, and everyone's named. Everyone has a meaning, to me. From there's a Seminole special, to a Cayuga color that I always catch them on there. And so everything, has a meaning as far as the color goes. You can see awesome paint jobs on the head, chip-proof coating. And
this is a hand-tied or a wire-tied skirt, it looks like, too, or are we going for the skirt?
These are all hand-tied skirts, so it's not going to come off. You're going to break the strands before you get this thing sliding down.
Cool.
So if you're a skipper and stuff, this jig's going to skip perfect.
So skipping, flipping, is anything kind of jig for you? Does it all?
Anything from braided line to fluorocarbon. This is my do-it-all workhorse. It's what I pay my bills with, so it's got to be right, and this one is.
If you're looking to get the ultimate jig designed by the ultimate jig fisherman, definitely check them out here on Tackle Warehouse. Up next in the ARC booth, a new swim jig from hands down one of the best swim jig fishermen out there, Wes Logan. Wes, talks about your new swim jig for us, bud.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time coming. Been working on this for probably ever since I won the Elite at Neely Henry. I wanted on a swim jig, but there was a few key things that I really wanted that you couldn't find on the market. We've been able to do that here at ARC. Basically, starting with the head, we've got a really good keel design, kind of like a kayak, where it's on both sides. You've got two little ridges. As you're going to bring it through cover and stuff, you're going to be able to come through that water wheel of bushes, branches and stuff. It's not going to roll, not get hung up a whole lot. Next, this skirt's going to be wire tied, so you're not ever going to have to worry about the rubber band rotting and having to replace the skirts and all that good stuff. The hook is a very big key in a jig, and I was really concerned about making the perfect hook for this. Basically, we've been able to make a custom hook from ARC. It's got a really good design. We basically took a 4/0 shank from the eye of the hook and put it on a 5/0 gap. So you're going to have that compact design that everybody's trying to do nowadays, but you're going to have that beefier bite with the 5/0 and a very heavy-duty wired hook. real sharp type hook. I got 12 custom colors that are going to be, you know, anywhere from New York to Texas to Florida and everywhere in between. Anything to match the hatch there, but really good. It's got a double bait keeper. I mean, that's a big deal. You know, any kind of trailer you want to put on there. And the style of this hook, you can also, it's a small enough diameter where it can be doubled as a fluorocarbon jig as well as a, you know, a braid. It's not going to flex on the braid. So overall, I'm really impressed with it, really proud of it, and excited to get out there with it.
Very cool jig. It looks like one of those jigs you can fish around, swim jig around wood, grass, whatever. It does both. It's kind of a, you know, do-it-all swim jig. And the strip material itself, it looks a little thinner. Is that kind of like a different tile of strip material?
It's a kind of an in-between between a medium grade and a finesse cut. We did a 50 strand, so it's enough to keep it bulked up like doing the Alabama shape that I like. It'll keep it up in the water column, but with a little bit thinner cut, you can get it down a little bit if you want to use a kind of a smaller trailer. So it's kind of a do-all swim jig in a way.
Very cool swim jig. Cool looking colors. What color is this one called here?
Logan Love.
Logan Love. I like it, man. Again, very cool swim jigs, man. Check them out right now on Tackle Warehouse. Available very soon.